What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stat Street Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a video centered around the Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator Greg Roman. And the question I have for you guys is, should the Baltimore Ravens fire Greg Roman? Now, let's talk about it. So, I'm not a Ravens fan. I'm a Falcons fan, but a lot of people on social media that are Ravens fans hit me up in my DM saying, hey, Greg Roman got to go. Do a video on it. So I alluded to it yesterday. I did a live stream, NFL Week 6 takeaways slash NBA season preview. And I alluded to it, I alluded to it there. I'm going to do a video today on it. So here it is. Greg Roman. So first, a lot of Ravens fans are telling me they found the wrong guy. Instead of Martindale this past offseason, it should have been Greg Roman. I have no comment. I'm not a Falcons fan. I'm not a Ravens fan. I'm a Falcons fan. But the way the season's been going so far, the Ravens should be 6-0. They had a great year so far, but for some strange reason, whether it be Lamar at one point, whether it be the play calling, whether it be John Harbaugh's fault, it's always a awful drive, a awful back-to-back moments where, like, man, they can't get out their own way. And I'm looking up, I'm not a stat guy, as you see my name, Stats Free Sports. But I was looking something up, right, just to get prepared for this video. And it says, in NFL history, after week 6, the Ravens became the 39th team in NFL history to hold a double-digit lead in each of its first 6 games. And it's the only team out of 39 in NFL history to not have a winning record. They're 3-3, they're 500, and that's insane. They had double digits leads in each of his first 6 games, and they're the only team in NFL history to not have a winning record. So that could easily be changed in certain moments. They had a bunch of games won in the tuck, no problem. We've seen Marcus Peters go off on John Harbaugh a couple weeks ago. But I want to lead you guys to yesterday's game, started third quarter. The Ravens running, they're running the ball down the Giants' throats, right? Not yesterday, excuse me, a couple days ago. The Ravens running the ball down the Giants' throat. Kenyon Drake going crazy. Lamar doing well. They're running. Get to the red zone, get to the goal line, and for some strange reason, Greg Roman calls three throwing plays. Make it make sense. Stuff like that, really, like, what? Where do you get that from? You know, and I'll say this. It's I know it's not easy being these guys. Being these coordinators, being these play callers. I understand that. Look, we're all doing armchair quarterbacking, right? But man, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you see a lot of guys outthink themselves, outdo themselves, just to try to trick the defense, and they end up tricking their own selves. And Lamar's a good quarterback. I've been saying that, but I'm not the biggest Lamar fan personally. I've said it over the years. I've been consistent with that, and I'm gonna stand on that. But he definitely, in the red zone time, Mark Andrews is a great option. And he tends to go to him a lot. But to have 3 passing play calls, 3, when the running game got you down to the red zone, makes no sense. And then the media after the Giants game talked to John Harbaugh, and they asked him, would you want to take some of those throws back, especially that set of 3 plays right there. And he gave a good political, a good PC answer to not throw his coach under the bus, which he should have. I do like that, but man, stuff like that really grinds people gears. And you go back to certain moments as well about the Bills game. Why throw the ball? Why not take the field goal? That's a John Harbaugh. That's a Greg Roman combo type of move. But I would think it comes from John Harbaugh first, obviously. But to have Lamar throw the ball, the strategy was it 4th down, rolled to his right, threw it. I think Jordan Poyer intercepted the ball inside the end zone. Ravens fans hated that move, and that's when Peters went off on John Harbaugh. But I just don't. Some of the moves the Ravens make, and it's not all on Greg Roman. Don't get me wrong. Lamar has some blame. That late in interception versus the Giants was uncalled for. Like as I said, John Harbaugh took the blame a couple games ago. Once or twice in like back-to-back weeks, something like that. So it's not all on Greg Roman. It's not all on Harbaugh, but their combination mixed with Lamar's bad decision making or getting script sacked last night, a couple nights ago, excuse me, by first round pick Kayvon Thibodeau, it all just culminates into you're making the Ravens, worse than what they should be. And 6-0, they should be 6-0, maybe let's say 5-1. But to be 3-3, they had the locker room morale down. You just lost to the Giants. Daniel Jones and the Giants. Come on, man. Come on, man. And not to mention their defense isn't what it was under Martindale the last couple years. With the new guy in there, forgive me, I forgot his name, but it's not, it's still a work in progress. And I understand they have a young guy, Kyle Hamilton, back there who makes mistakes. Their DBs aren't playing up to par as they were last couple years, especially Marlon Humphrey, who I like a lot. I always throw in Marlon Humphrey as one of the best cornerbacks in today's league. I always done that the last 3 years. He's been fantastic, but this year not so much. He's getting beat a little more often. You know, I'm not really understanding why. I haven't watched the Ravens that much, but when I do watch them, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Marlon Humphrey. He's not elevating or at the same level he was last year. But the defense isn't right. It isn't what it was last couple of years. So, with that being the case, the offense should be hitting on all cylinders to make up for the bad or the lesser defense, and it is at certain points. And then it just hits a bad stalling moment. It hits a hard. It goes breakneck speed, and then it hits a wall. And that wall is sometimes Lamar. That wall is sometimes Harbaugh. That wall is sometimes Greg Roman. And you're not going to let go of Harbaugh. You're not going to let go of Lamar, obviously. So Greg Roman, it might need a change of pace, the offensive coordinator, play calling spot. And he might be the fall guy for the team's overall issues. And they have a couple. The Giants game, they're all 500 now, so they're definitely not in the best spot, not in the worst spot either. They still lead the AFC North. The Browns are two. Are the Browns 2-4? The Browns 2-4. Steelers 1-2-4, 2-5, somewhere in that range. And the Bengals aren't around the same 2-4 as well, something like that. So, all four teams aren't playing that well. But Deshaun Watson's coming back. The Browns should be playing better soon. The Bengals might get in rhythm soon. So the Steelers, I don't believe in them getting too much of rhythm. But you're gonna have two teams rise up in my opinion. So you're gonna have to have Greg Roman and Lamar and Harbaugh and that defense gel together, come together as a full team and get the job done because they should be and they are one of the best teams in the NFL. But I believe Greg Roman might be the scapegoat for a couple more struggling games if they have some more leads and blow some games. Greg Roman could be the guy to be ousted as a scapegoat, and also it's not like it's not deserved, but it's not all the way his fault. So, but we'll see what happens, man. The Ravens, heck of a team, good team. They had great games, great starts, but the second half come either Lamar, either John Harbaugh, or either Greg Roman find a way to mess the game up for the team and end up blowing leads the last couple games. So we'll see what happens, guys. Let me know what your thoughts on the video is. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.